2021 forecast reading. I'm going to repeat as I always do. I record from the Bushveld in South Africa. We have a real summer's day here. It is hot and humid, surrounded by wildlife, but the downside of it is, unfortunately, that there's a spider crawling over me at the moment. That's another thing we have here. Plenty of spiders. Also, my internet might disappear. It does sometimes. I've had a good run of late. The internet has not been disappearing, and I'm looking everywhere because we have had so much rain this year that it is a jungle out there, and there are squirrels and birds and you name it. And now whatever is under this desk is bugging me a little bit. Okay, never mind. I'll sit sideways. Also, if you'd like a personal private reading from me, please contact me via my website. I will put that link in the description box below. I'm terribly distracted here, aren't I? Okay, so your oracle cards, I'm looking for the theme of the month ahead with the oracle cards, and then after that I'll do your tarot and relationship reading. Right, so mending. So, your theme for the month of January is you fix something. Something that was broken, something that wasn't working, something that needed to be fixed, metaphorically speaking or literally speaking. In the month of January, you mend something. You fix it. It could be literally a broken something. It could be metaphorically a bridge. You might mend a bridge between somebody. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that many of you will mend a bridge, a broken bridge. In other words, somebody that perhaps you had a little bit of a falling out with, you could be fixing that in January. Otherwise, something in your life that you felt was not, that was broken, you fix in the month of January, okay? By the book says you do this by rote. You do it like it's supposed to be done. You're not bending the rules. You're not taking the quick route here. You're doing it just like it should be done, okay? And then the last one, a never-ending story. You've perhaps been telling yourself a story about this situation that doesn't have a particularly good ending. You base the story on past experience, but guess what? It's about to have a different ending. So in January, something that is not working, you fix. You do it like you're supposed to do it. You feel maybe it's not going to have a good outcome, but watch for that thinking because it can have a good outcome. You just think about it differently and it's quite possibly going to have a different outcome. Okay, now let's have a look at your tarot cards for the month of January. This tells you your background story, all right? So this is Cancer for January 2020. And your first card up is the Seven of Wands. I'm going to pull a few and then we'll see what the story is. The next card up is the Eight of Cups. Okay. And then the third card, I'll do a few more, but let's just do this first, is the Fool. Okay. I'm actually just going to pull a few more and then we'll read them as they come up. As I get to them. Okay, so the next card is the Ten of Wands. Whoa! And that one went flying. It's definitely one of those days. And the next one is the Magician. Okay, so that's very nice. So let's have a look quickly. I just want to fetch your Ten of Wands. That went this way. And there it is. Excuse me for a sec. The jumpy cards are normally an indication of, well, I call jumpy energy. In other words, really prominent energy, prevalent energy. So the Seven of Wands. Okay, so the Wands is our actions that we take. This one, you see there's a wolf and it's virtually on fire. Now, the wolf is one's instincts and intuition, but your base intuition, your survival kind of instincts. And the seven cards for me is always that point you reach before eight. Eight is a point you've been at before. So seven can sometimes be a bit of a challenge. The seven cards in general can be a little bit of a challenge. So you possibly have gut feelings, instincts kicking in that are really, really pushing you. And it's in something that you feel is fairly challenging, okay? The Eight of Cups, you see the eagles. The eagles is inner strength. You see somebody running on a horse, running away. Perhaps your inner strength, the 8, as I say, is the infinity symbol. You come back to a point in your life that you've been at before, but this time you can move up a level. The cup cards is about our emotions, how we feel, okay? We can feel things about anything, from our physical things, our needs, to our neighbors, to our career. Doesn't matter what it is, we have feelings about things. So I'd say with this card, if I look at it, You're relying on your inner strength to deal with something elusive. That's your message. Okay. You set off on this journey with perhaps not enough wisdom, but lots of enthusiasm. And if it's not enthusiasm, it's a sort of innocence about it, okay? It is possibly you feel a bit out of your depth. I get a feeling that you're a bit out of your depth here. Whatever the situation is, you're feeling very tied down by it. The Ten of Wands to me is just a card that absolutely ties us down. The Wands is action and fire and impetus and momentum, but the Ten of Wands has us tied down or feeling tied down. Because what is interesting is the final tarot card says you have everything you need to deal with a situation. That's what the Magician is all about. He has the intuition, he has the power, he has the tools, he has the wisdom. You do have it all. So you might be feeling like you tie down. You might be feeling like you're going after something that eludes you. You might feel like you have these gut feelings about getting something done, but the story you're telling yourself is you don't have what it takes. You're telling yourself you're the fool. You're setting off on a journey with no experience, no wisdom, nothing to help you or guide you. You're going to do it. But actually, you have everything at your disposal. Also, I'm hearing some of you, an older man steps in who has all the tools necessary to help you navigate this situation. That's for some of you. Definitely a message for some of you. Interesting situation this. But there is somebody coming who knows how to deal with it. Somebody who has everything that is needed to deal with a situation. Otherwise, you're going to discover that you have it. And I pulled another card just to see, and it's the Two of Cups, which is a collaboration. Okay, so I really have a feeling you collaborate with somebody, you team up with somebody, you partner up with someone steps in to help you. It's a lovely partnership, and it ends up bringing the results that you want. Nice. Okay, I'm glad you got that. I wasn't going to leave it on that note. I mean, on the note before that was a good note to leave it on. Right, so let's have a look at your relationships in the month of January. Now we're looking at those of you in relationships as well as those of you that are looking for relationships. We're just generally looking at relationship energy. Okay, so first card up for you guys is let go of control issues. So where relationships are concerned in the month of January, it's hands-off kind of attitude. You're going to maybe feel like that. You're going to kind of think to yourself, normally I try and steer this, control it, manipulate it. For now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to let it do what it's going to do, and I'll see where it goes. I'm tired of trying to control this, is the kind of feeling you might be having. Because at some level, you understand your worthiness. You understand you are worth something, that you don't actually have to get people to like you. You are likable. You are who you are. You're lovable as you are. And people must behave however they want to behave from now on. You're not going to try and control that, okay? Past life relationship. So if you're in a relationship, this is a past life relationship. What is that about? It comes with its baggage. But it also comes with deep resonance with another person, because you've got lots of history. If you meet somebody new, there's a very good chance that they are a past life relationship. In other words, you're going to click with them instantly. You're going to feel instant resonance with them. They also come with their baggage though, but they come with their history. And that history is what can form a very deep bond of you, because you're actually just picking up where you left off in another lifetime. But you're not going to try and control this relationship, and you feel deserving of it. And those are two very good things to start off a relationship with, especially if it is a past life relationship. And an existing relationship, you feel the same way. You feel worthy. You're not going to try and control the relationship. It must go the way it goes. You're worthy of being treated with kindness, respect, consideration, whatever it is within that partnership. It can possibly be a turning point for you in a relationship, in an existing relationship. Because if it's a past life relationship, and these are the cards that come up, you may very well have been dealing with this when that relationship kind of, well, drew to its close, because maybe life came to an end, maybe the relationship came to an end. But now you're in a different place and you're a different person and you have all the tools to deal with it. This time you're going to do things differently. Okay? New relationship, same story, it's just that it's now starting off as a new relationship. That's a very nice reading. Remember, you guys, that you've got the Magician card as your final card. So ultimately, no matter what you are doing in January, you have what it takes to deal with it perfectly. Right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thank you for watching, listening, subscribing. I genuinely appreciate it. Wishing you hugs and blessings for the month of January. And I'll just repeat, if you'd like a reading from me, that link will be in the description box below. We'll speak again soon.